introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
49-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the counter, here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Now Wilson gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
The score, Jets 14, Bills nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Number 22,
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. get back on my feet and get right.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Tannehill now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second and 9 from the 44. Throwing again is Tannehill. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down. Third and 13.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yards the tally on the return there. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 54.
To throw again. Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough third and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. This is McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go. Ready?
On first down, Tannehill. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
On the carry.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 31, Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
At his own 49.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 24. 19.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A slant to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A 31-yard attempt.
Marr able to put this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
McCaffrey, the ball
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to
Christian McCaffrey. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Alvin Kamara.
Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. Third down here.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Jets 24, Bills 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Now Tannehill. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Returnable for Lockett.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, 25 to the mic. We go 25 to the mic. Bring it. Bring it. 14, run it.
From the gun, Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
14. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Switch. Listen. Watch out. Big dash. Go. Zebra.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Wilson.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That was short one to Gesicki, and he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
the mic. Wild Bill. At 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. He's tired of me.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
At 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be alert. Shoot. Switch. SOS. Check nickel. Listen.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jets 31, Bills 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Wilson wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
A 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Granted, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Escaping the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jets 38, Bills 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.